It didn't even play it. How about that? Didn't even get the whole song on. Welcome to the Sports Unfolded NBA Power Rankings. Hopefully, Kenny can stick with us today because he is all congested. This is what happens when you go out and you eat Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah.
So we got a great show. It is NBA time again, Kenny. Last time we did this, we had a lot of people on watching the show,
Yeah, we did.
and they got to see those Sports Unfolded power rankings for the NBA, and that's what we're here for today. These power rankings, and I gotta tell you, one's a little iffy.
Hmm.
Little iffy. And I
Hmm.
cannot wait for you to explain that one. So we've got the top 5 power rankings right there. You see, number 5 is Dallas Mavericks. Number 4, OKC Thunder. Still in there. They've been there all year.
Yeah.
Also, the Houston Rockets at number 3. The Boston Celtics at number 2. And back on top is Cleveland Cavaliers. They've been riding that spot most of the year. I think Celtics, had 1 week where they were
Yeah.
number 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to get all the explanations from Kenny on why. And then we'll also talk about that player of the week sitting there, Nikola Jokic.
That's what I need right now, Nicola.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I mean, I went through it for a while. The last 2 days have been like the best 2 days I've had in a long time
Oh,
for
so you.
not coughing.
Oh,
So
so you gave to
Eric,
me.
are you watching from work, Eric? Ooh,
Did you?
that's interesting.
Did you? Did you?
Eric, we
God,
really miss you on this show. I
did,
mean,
did you? Did you just expose him?
uh, oops.
Oops.
Oops. So we've got, we're going to talk about why they're all in the top 5 spots.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Jokic, why he's player of the week. And of course, Kenny, it wouldn't be the NBA show without Do You Know? Now, I don't want to reveal these numbers, but this is what the numbers are. You're 1 and 8.
That's how you gonna do me. That's how you. Excuse me.
Wait, I don't know if you've only had 2 shows, so it should be 1 and 5.
Thank you.
It should be 1 and 5.
Thank you.
I was like, wait a minute. We only did 2 shows. So it can't be 8. It has to be 1 and 5. And there's the change right there, the update. So we will be doing that. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about, potential MVPs.
Oh, okay. All right.
Seeming we are talking about this guy. I
Mhm.
mean, he's got to be in the conversation, right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about that. But let's go right now to, so he's not watching from work.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why he wouldn't be on. He should be hosting. I'm keeping his seat warm until he has the time. And
True.
Eric, you should be here.
True.
So number 5, Dallas Mavericks. Kenny, this is not the one I'm questioning because they are 9 and 1 in their last 10, winning 7 in a row.
Yeah.
So why isn't somebody like Luka the guy that's the player of the week after this?
He should be, but we're going off of last week. So
Right.
last week, Joker had a heck of a couple of games, 56 points to 15 assists, 13 rebounds, something like that.
Yeah, he's like averaging like a triple-double lately, right?
Yes.
And so Dallas Mavericks, what is propelling them to this winning streak? I mean, is it Luka carrying this team, or is it everybody contributing? He choked to death.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie. Did you know that the Dallas Mavericks are 5-1 without Luka?
Really?
Yeah, they're
5-1?
5-1. They are 5-1 without Luka.
Wow. Kenny, it
Wait.
sounds like you need a cough drop.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Here.
And this just start happening. I was fine, ready to go. Yeah, they are 5-1 without Luka.
So 5-1 without Luka. When was Luka out? Was he out this week?
Yeah, he was out last week for a couple of games, and Spencer Dinwiddie just came in, and that 10-year vet, 20 points.
That's interesting. So they now are not basically one-dimensional, I guess.
No, they're not one-dimensional. They got Kyrie. They got Spencer Dinwiddie. They got a whole lot of
Splash Brother.
yeah. Which is shooting the lights out. 65.1% from three.
Damn. Damn.
Right? Yeah. When he
Now
played.
there's a guy that stepped up. Clay is
Yep.
he's
Yeah.
a shooter.
Jesus.
Oh, Kenny, that sounds just terrible.
Yeah, right? But as a team, they're shooting 38% from three.
Ooh, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. So that's something's got to happen. Something's got to happen. They have to spice up the rotation or something like that.
Yeah. If they're going to keep shooting like that, they're not going to be number 5 very long.
Right. Yeah.
And how long is Luka going to be out for?
He's back. He's back. He was out for a couple of games, but he's back.
Okay. So he's back. Do you think they learned anything with him being out, or are they going to go right back to being what they were?
Right back to being what they were.
Yeah. Hopefully Dinwiddie can keep up the slack. Now, is he going to be sitting on the bench with Luka back, or
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
yeah.
I always believe that you go with the recipe that's making you win.
Yes. Yes.
So we'll see how this goes. This could change philosophies for the Dallas Mavericks if they go back to playing basically 500.
Yeah. True.
So it's interesting to see what happens with them. That's a team that's always in flux. It's up and down all around. So they're very streaky. And you see what happened to them last year when the streak ends. Not going to say that they didn't, go in a losing streak right at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
But they did. So number 4, again, Kenny, I don't question this one. OKC Thunder, they've been there all year. I get why they're still there. They're 7-10 they're 7-3 in their last 10. And I get why they're there. 3 in a row they've won, so they took care of business last week. And 14-5 in the conference. All their numbers look good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's really not a surprise. Who's contributing besides the obvious?
Excuse me. The NBA is all about putting pieces together. And let's just say the Knicks gave up a lot of pieces. And that one piece is Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about him in the preseason.
Yeah, he was coming off the bench. He got a little injured. He's back. He went into the starting lineup, and he has got the last game 19.8% rebounds in the last game. So if he's seen it, he went after it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's what you want, especially on the offense, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you can get those boards on offense, getting those second and third chances.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at a dangerous team with second and third chances, and there's nothing but good things can happen from that.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it. So I like OKC. I like where they're at. Um, you know, they playing so consistent and they're dominating their conference, and that's what you need to do to make it, in the top 4 seeds. That's where you want to be.
Yeah.
You want to be in that top 4. And they're first in their conference, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's OKC, and then I want to say it is Memphis second, and that's the team that I question. Right? Why isn't Memphis on this list? They are 9-1 in their last 10, and they even beat Boston. How did they not make this list? Because at number 3 you have Houston, and I look at that team, and they're 6-4 in their last 10. So why aren't they where Houston is?
That's simple. That's an easy question, Ron. Over the last 20 seasons, 84% of teams that won their 11 of their first games has been to the playoffs.
Okay.
If you win your first 11 games, you 84% go to the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're still high on this team, and you think they just had like a little recent hiccup.
Last week they went 3-0. Golden State went 0-3 last week.
Yeah, but I wasn't questioning Golden State. I was questioning Memphis. Memphis is second in the conference, including the win over Boston.
Yeah, but they need to win on the road. If they win on the road,
Memphis won in Boston.
consistently. If they win on the road, maybe they'll get there. But their team is just an up and down situation right now.
Okay. They're 7-5 in their conference.
Yep, 7-5. Which they should be better. They should be way better. They got a good team. They should be way better.
All right. This is the explanations that I need to get. And it justifies, right? The 7-5 in the conference is a justification. They're not dominating their conference. So let's pause before we go to the top 2.
Okay.
And let's talk about this MVP, right?
Well, yeah.
Right now, I'm looking at Giannis, Joker, and LaMelo Ball, all with more than 30 points per game. But they're really not on right now the top teams. Obviously, they're not in that top 5.
Right.
Now, do you think the MVP can come out of one of those 3? Or will it come out of the next 4 guys that are on one of those top 5 teams, like SGA, Luka, Tatum, who are all in that top 5? And then there's Anthony Davis, who is having a pretty damn good year.
Yeah.
Despite, for the most part, garbage from the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And that includes LeBron.
Right.
Now, I put those 7 down because I think right now those are the early favorites. Is one of the MVPs going to come from one of those players? Is the MVP going to come from there?
Most definitely. I think Jason Tatum's on a mission. He didn't get it last year, but he's playing very well. So I'm either going with him or I'm going with Luka. Luka's having
I was thinking Luka.
He's having a tremendous season, averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah.
12 rebounds and 7 assists. So
Yeah,
he's having
because
an outstanding season.
for whatever reason, I don't think Joker is going to get it. Even if he wins the
No.
points per game title, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get it because he's won it a lot lately. What, 3 of the last 4 years or something?
Yeah.
Right? I don't see him winning it for whatever reason.
Yeah, no.
I like Luka, I like Tatum in this, and maybe SGA. I think it's going to be one of those three.
Yeah, me too.
You know, unless something drastic happens between now and the end of the season,
Yeah.
you know, will Milwaukee like jump up into those top 3? Like that could happen. But if he's a distant third place on Milwaukee, if Milwaukee is like third but by a mile, I
Yeah.
don't think he gets it
Me neither. Me neither.
because you got to look at, you know, Cleveland and Boston, you know, and then out west, OKC has been just dominating for the most part. They're running on top. So I like SGA, Luka, and Tatum. I think that's where it comes from. I think it does. You know, and
Yeah.
so I tend to agree with you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, getting back to the top 5. Number 2 is Boston Celtics. Not surprised in number 2 because Cleveland evened it up at home.
Yep. Sunday.
You know, again, close game. So it's going to really come down to one of those two teams, I think, to win that conference.
Yeah.
And so it's no surprise that Boston is second right now. Looking at them, they're 17-3 in their conference, which is slightly better than Cleveland. But, you know, it's totally understandable. Cleveland has the better record. And they split with Boston so far. So, yes, Cleveland deserves to be on top, like you have them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that 17-3 is pretty impressive in their conference. That's domination. And they lost to Brooklyn, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, guess who's joined? There he is.
Hey!
That I was not going to jump on this and talk MVP because Jason Tatum is proving this year, especially in the big games. The big games, that's where it counts. Primetime TV, he's putting up 30-plus a game, double-doubles. He's proving to the world that he should be the MVP this year. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way he's playing. You know, and you see it during those big games. Like, look, last year even, I remember saying, fourth quarter, Tatum is not good. He started shaking it off in the finals, right?
Yeah.
This year, he's been lights out in the fourth quarter. And I gotta tell you, it's refreshing. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's on a mission. We talked about this so many times, Eric.
Listen, the league can only do so much to keep him down now. We saw the Olympic debacle, not playing him for a couple games, right? Not playing him enough. He's won a championship, right? Which most people said he couldn't do or him and Brown couldn't do. They've done that now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's no excuse as to why somebody can't legitimately look at Jason Tatum and say, hey, MVP, he's got the best. He's on they got the second best record in the NBA.
Yeah.
Second best record.
Yeah.
So again, it's not even like his team's struggling. So you can't use that against him. Big games, he's performing. Fourth quarters, he's performing. There's no excuse this year. And you know, barring an injury, which let's not put that in the air, but barring an injury, realistically, there's no reason why Jason Tatum shouldn't be the clear-cut favorite. And again, to your point, Ron, Jokic has had it so many times. The league is looking for the next big face.
Yeah, it's not going to go to Embiid because he can't even stay on the court.
Yeah, I think he's played like 2-3 games this season.
Yeah. Not a lot. And shout out to Jason Tatum. He was there when KP was struggling and out. KP came back, 19.3 points per game, 7.3 rebounds in 26 minutes. So let's just hats off to him.
You know what's
And
crazy?
Not bad for an old man, Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
Different KP.
The different KP. And let's shout out to Pritchard. Okay.
You and Double P though, man. You got like a love, some infatuation with Double P. I'm not saying he's not, but come on. Go ahead, Kenny. I gotta hear that.
He's shooting 64.8%. Pritch better have my money.
That was a good one. But let me ask you this question. He is a defensive liability. Yeah. I'll take his offense right now. Yeah. Come playoff time, you don't think teams would attack Peyton Pritchard? You saw it in the Milwaukee game. They kept trying to switch off to have him on Giannis or one of these big guys. Like he's the best part about the Boston Celtics defensively is that they have the ability to switch. Tatum can match up with a 5. Brown can match up with a 3 or a 4. So these guys are able to do that. Pritchard, to me, but Drew Holiday can match up with a 4.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Pritchard cannot.
No.
So I see Pritchard, what he's doing is great, but he's a defensive liability that I could see come postseason. You see a lot less of Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Most definitely.
It's just, when you need a bucket and he comes off the bench, he can give you that.
Right now, without a doubt. Half court, don't matter.
Right, half court. I mean, he gets one all the time, right? Every playoffs.
Like clockwork.
It's crazy.
Clockwork.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So that is, when we talked about the MVP, I mean, he's on a mission, and we had talked about this during the Olympics, how he's going to be motivated. He's going to have an MVP type season, and he's doing it right now. I mean, if you need a basket right now, I give it to him.
I will say this. We've seen in the past, too, with 2 legitimate superstars. And I'm going to put Jaylen Brown on that platform. He's a legitimate superstar in the NBA. Where they weren't able to coexist and perform at a high level. And I think that's why it gives Jason Tatum the edge right now, because realistically, you don't see that animosity between the 2 players. I'm thinking Kobe, Shaq, right? At some point, Shaq and Kobe could not coexist. They were too big for each other, right? We see it a lot more often than not. And you're seeing it now with these 2 players that, listen, Brown will take his 25. Tatum's going for 35, and they don't care. They just want to keep winning. And I think that's a testament to the coaching staff and what they've been able to do to tell these guys you need each other.
I was just going to say that. I mean, the job that Joe Mazzulla has done with this team.
Yeah.
Because that was the problem before. Like, one of them wanted to be the star. They didn't know how to move out of the way of each other. I think Joe Mazzulla figured out how to do it, and now they can coexist, and they're working so well as a team. I don't know how a team can stop both. They can't. I don't even think you can stop any of them.
No,
because of that.
They're on. Yeah, listen, I am more impressed with the fact that Mazzulla came into this situation kind of like, here you go, good luck, with the Udoka situation. And he's figured a way to make sure that both of these players, because he knows how important they are for their success.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree.
I know we got off track a little bit, but gentlemen, I have to get in this MVP thing. I can't. JT's got to be, right? JT has to be the man.
Yes.
And I'll challenge anybody. If somebody's out there live right now, you tell me why there's a better candidate, because I don't see it. Luka Doncic, that team is not dominating the way they should.
No, and this is the thing. When you look at the teams that are there, I mean, it's got to come from OKC or Cleveland or Boston, and then the next teams down, you're talking Memphis, Houston, and I'm forgetting somebody. That's it. No, that's it.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got to come from one of those guys. And frankly, to be honest with you, it comes down to Tatum and SGA in my book.
And the key too, gentlemen, it's not just about points. Like some of the guys that you're talking about, SGA, right? Leading Giannis up there in points, which is great. But you're seeing Tatum do it all the way across the board, even with assists.
Yeah.
Right. This is what I'm saying. That's why I think it really comes down to two guys right now. And that's SGA and Tatum. I think it's those two. Unless Dallas Mavericks start to play so well, and more consistent, then you can throw Luka in as the third guy. But other than that, I don't see Giannis, I don't see Joker, and I don't see a LaMelo Ball because they're not on the dominant teams.
Right.
Even though Denver's good, they're not dominant right now.
And Melo, I mean, he's another one that can't stay healthy right now.
No. So I think it comes down to two. Tatum has the edge. So, Kenny, Eric, you're absolutely 100% right. Eric, you going to stick around?
Absolutely, gentlemen. Let's do this.
Good. Because we still have the Cleveland Cavaliers at number 1 still to go. Yeah. So, Kenny, why is Cleveland still number 1? It's kind of obvious, I guess.
Yeah, they're Cleveland. They have a great bench. They have great players. They have Donovan Mitchell, which is having an outstanding year, and just an outstanding. He's shooting 50%. Okay, all right. He just having an outstanding year.
Top 3 in like every category.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But there isn't anybody that's like dominating to win MVP though.
No.
I think he just had a LeBron moment too. Cleveland, this one's for you, right? Like it's because it's Cleveland, baby.
Yeah, right?
Listen, Donovan Mitchell's the only guy that scares me right now in the Boston Celtics path to getting to another championship back to back. Because here's a guy, to your point, Kenny, and Ron, you said it too, can take over a game.
Yeah.
Can completely dominate. He can take over a quarter. Like he can literally say, okay, I'm not passing
it. He did it to the Celtics last time.
The last time they lost to Cleveland, it was Donovan Mitchell scoring. I think it was like 15 points in the fourth quarter,
crazy.
Whatever it was. And
it wasn't somebody get on him.
And it wasn't. He used acrobatic spin. It don't matter.
Yeah.
He is a guy too, though, that when we're talking about that MVP candidate, you have to consider what he's been able to do with a Cleveland team that we all expected to be good.
Right.
Right now, they're great.
Yeah.
Like he's taken that team to another level. The fact that he stayed there may bolster some of these voters to say, hey, you know what? This guy could have hightailed out of here and he stayed in Cleveland and he's continued to make them better.
Yeah.
You got to respect that, right? I mean, when you think about all the people that bolt for, super teams, LeBron,
Green
saying.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Kevin Durant, just saying. He could have done that.
Yeah. You ready for this stat? When Donovan Mitchell shoots 50% or more, the Cavs are 13-0. When he doesn't, they're 4-3.
Yeah, right. So the key is, how do you stop Donovan Mitchell? You may not be able to.
Yeah.
Kenny, I had a big question for you, and I'm going to go off topic for a second. Ron, please forgive me.
No, it's so good.
I was thinking about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let me ask Kenny this the next time I have an opportunity to talk to him. If Tom Brady had been successful and got Kevin Durant to come to Boston, because you said Kevin Durant, and that's what made me think of this, would the Celtics be where they are today?
No.
Right? Think about how impactful that was. When Kevin Durant didn't come to Boston, and he went to Phoenix, right? And Tom was where he Golden State. I don't even remember. Golden State, wasn't it? Brooklyn, that's what it was. He went to Brooklyn, and we're like, oh, Tom couldn't get him, and this is the Celtics, right? This was their shot. That was probably the best thing that moved this needle for Boston.
It really was,
right? Because Kevin Durant's been out, injured, barely playing half the time.
Well, you also, Eric, you also got to look at it this way, because he was in Golden State and he was winning, right? But we now know why that team was winning. It was because of the other three.
Yeah, they had a dominant team.
And I do have to give Draymond credit in that.
Yeah.
You know, he might not be as skillful as he was, but back then he was good.
That's almost
He
as
was
bad as
still a
you
dirty
saying LeBron
player, but
was
he
pretty
was
good.
good.
LeBron. At some point, you
Wow.
might give LeBron credit too.
Whew.
No, that's not happening.
It's
That's not happening. I'll give Draymond some credit
But
because
I had to
physical
ask Kenny
play-
that because I really did. I thought about it the other day and I'm like, we all wanted Durant.
Yeah.
And the fact that he didn't come to Boston was probably the best
And
thing
his teams
for
have
Boston.
been horrible.
Yeah, they really haven't. They've underperformed.
Yeah.
But
just like Kevin Love. Kevin Love was at a Red Sox game. We're thinking, oh yeah, he's a double machine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
right, not the same player anymore.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah,
in
yeah.
that
Thank
case,
goodness.
I don't know because he went to Cleveland and he had to play with LeBron. You think LeBron liked Kevin Love? I don't think he did. He wasn't getting the ball from LeBron. Was not getting it.
But LeBron,
And I won't go as far as, I want to, but Kevin Love got none from LeBron.
got no love.
Wow.
No love for Kevin. No love for Kevin.
Come on, tell me I'm wrong on
No,
that.
I listen. I am not the biggest LeBron fan. I'm not going to admit that I am.
Me neither.
The man has talent. I'm not going to discredit
I'm not saying
that.
he doesn't. Not saying that.
He makes players better, but it's the way. I think the problem with LeBron is this. If Michael was in today's generation, we would know a lot about Michael that we probably don't like.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I'm not saying. Oh, believe me.
That's where we listen. When LeBron first came out, and Kenny, you love basketball. When he came out as a rookie, we were all like, holy cow, this guy. Like, what are we going to witness?
Yep.
And we saw him.
Well, we said the same thing about Bronny.
No.
Yes, we did.
No,
Holy
not.
cow,
No,
wow, what a
no,
witness.
no.
Who said that?
No.
Yeah,
Who said
okay,
that, right?
exactly. Thank
Who
you,
said
Rob.
that?
But I think the fact that social media and you got to learn more about LeBron than you probably wanted to
absolutely.
know about, that it affected the way a lot of us look at it. And yes, he's played a long time, so some of his records and numbers you can't take into account as, okay, he's the greatest scorer of all time. Yeah, he's also played for 23 years.
Yeah.
But you
Do
have
you
to credit
know-
the fact that he's done things today. Like, think about Tom Brady at 45 playing quarterback, and we were all like, oh, eventually there's a cliff. He's still performing at a level. He had this season 4 triple doubles in a row.
Yeah.
In a row. Like, he's still doing things at his age
Yes,
that most
but
men can't do at 25.
Did you know, even though LeBron has played however many more seasons than Michael still had more 30-point games.
I'm not saying that
saying.
LeBron's better than Michael. I'm not having that debate. All I'm saying is we have to give him credit. So I don't think, to your point, to get back to the Kevin Love thing, I don't think LeBron would not want Kevin Love. Kevin Love was a talent. I just think Kevin Love got old fast.
Yeah.
Like, he got old fast.
I'm just saying LeBron makes people better, but only the players he likes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that
He controls the team, absolutely.
he does. And if he doesn't like you for whatever reason, you're not getting the ball.
I know this is a basketball show, but I'm going to ask you a question. Did you love Tom Brady?
Did I love Tom Brady?
Yeah. As a Patriot
As a
quarterback, did you?
football player?
Yeah, obviously.
Of course.
One with every. Okay, he did the same thing. You don't criticize him for
Oh,
it.
I know that.
Criticize
that.
Tom then, because Tom did the same thing. He didn't like
Yeah, but
you.
Tom
He
won
ain't throwing
Super
you the
Bowls,
ball.
a lot of
Right?
them.
He ain't
Real.
throwing the ball.
No.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you get to that point, we saw it with Michael. If you watched the
Oh,
documentary,
absolutely.
he would say it. Like, he don't like you. He'd tell you right in practice. He'd punch people in the face in practice.
Yeah, right?
Like,
Idiot.
well, it was from Larry Bird instead, though.
Right,
Larry
Larry-
Bird was the best. The best trash talker there was out there. when he could go to the bench of another team and say, "You better not put no white guys on me."
That was great. Listen, they
Don't
all
insult me.
those greats had it though, because even Michael would trash talk himself to somebody that somebody didn't even say to him, but he put it in his brain that they said
Right?
it.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett.
Oh,
Kevin Garnett, he got criticized. Was it Villanueva? Do you remember that?
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And
Yeah.
he basically
Oh.
can't. You look like a cancer patient.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
he just like
He
people.
said,
If he would say that today, he'd be out.
he said, I never said that. I said he's a cancer on his team. Okay. All right, Kevin. All right,
Right?
Kevin. Yeah.
Like,
mhm.
right? Like, so some of these guys, man. Listen, the NBA is probably the biggest and best when it comes to trash talking. I mean, there's some great NFL players, hockey players. I'm sure the same thing, but the NBA, the NBA, because especially like you'll see it at the free throw lines now, and then they're chirping. So you can't beat that. You can't beat that. But I got to sway off
still
topic.
better in the 80s and 90s because it was a whole nother world.
Yeah, different games, right?
Players like Lambeer and Rodman, and there's a lot of trash in that.
But listen, if you think of all the sports, man, they all want scoring now.
Yeah.
That's what's in. Everybody did it. Hockey changed their rules, right? With the blue line and some of the passing you could do now, and it's the same thing in football. It's all about offense, not defense. It's baseball.
And in baseball, it's all about a golden bat.
How dare you bring it up? How dare you?
So that is the list. Number one was Cleveland. Number 2 is Boston. Number 3, Houston. 4, OKC. And 5 is Dallas. And that leads us to one topic left. And Eric, you're gonna love this.
Oh boy! All right.
You're gonna love it.
Oh man!
And it's not that. It's this.
Yes. Do you know, Kenny?
Do you know?
Yes.
Let's bring up those numbers of Kenny.
Oh boy, Kenny.
So far this season,
1-5.
he's 1-5.
You need to
Kenny,
phone a friend, bro.
Look, I even thought I gave him some easy ones last week. Now I think these are even easier than last week.
All right.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This should be pretty easy.
Oh, okay.
In 2015, this player won Adriatic League MVP and Top Prospect awards.
What award did he win? What's the first? I haven't even heard of that. This is easy.
The Adriatic League MVP.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What is that?
And Top Prospect Award.
9 years ago. Ooh, who's still? How long's Jokic? No, Jokic's been 10 years in the league. It's not Jokic.
9 years ago?
Top prospect, 9 years. LaMelo Ball.
An Adriatic League MVP. Okay, so you say LaMelo Ball.
Is that the
Kenny?
brother? Was that the brother that had the knee? Right? Yeah. Which Ball had the knee? Lonzo Ball, I meant. Lonzo, not LaMelo. Lonzo
okay,
Ball.
Lonzo.
I don't know if he's been around 9 years.
Well, between the two of them, they have a couple.
Yeah, a couple balls. There were a couple balls.
This
gentlemen. Come on. Lonzo Ball, Kenny.
Lonzo Ball. I'm going with 9 years ago.
Adriatic League MVP.
We don't know what that means.
I have no idea what Adriatic. I have no idea what that means. No idea what that means.
If you're out, look, if somebody at home must know this. I mean, come on.
I'm going with Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. Guys, you guys aren't even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. It's Nikola Jokic.
I said Jokic's first, but he's been in the league
Yeah.
10 years.
Right?
No, he's been in the league 9 years.
Was
He
it
got
9?
drafted 10 years. He sat out the league and
Oh,
played
you dirty
another
dog. I
season.
said Jokic first.
Sure did. Sure
I
did.
should have stuck with my thing.
Sure
Kenny,
did.
that means you get 2 losses on that one, Kenny. You're 1-7 now. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's only been around, what, 6 years, 7 years?
That's crazy. That's great.
All right,
Okay.
there we go. That is updated,
Wow. That's crazy.
I think.
Bogus. That's bogus.
Look at
Wow.
that. Eric 0-1. Come
Ah,
on. All right.
wow.
It's like that. All right. Let's see
All
what
right,
you got.
I thought that was going to be an easy Adriatic League. It's in freaking.
Yeah,
whatever.
Adriatic, yeah.
I no idea what that meant.
All right,
Yeah.
number 2. If you didn't get that last one, I don't see you getting this. But
This
I
is
got
another
what
Adriatic
team-
League thing.
what team?
Yeah.
Was Pat Riley drafted by?
Ooh.
Oh,
Minneapolis Lakers. He's been around a while.
If you're at home and you want to chime in with the answer without cheating, as Eric's looking it up.
I am.
Pat
I
Riley.
won't say it though.
I'm thinking. Oh,
Yeah, don't worry. My computer's running absolute crappy today. I might have just okay.
it's either the Knicks or Golden State.
Oh, I see. I knew it was going to be a funky team. I knew it. What'd you say, Kenny?
I said it's either the Knicks or Golden State.
Nope.
No?
Nah.
Nope. Give him this one though. All right, listen. We'll give you a half a point. Give him a half a point.
Half a point.
If you could get it's the Rockets. But what city were they in?
Oh. The Rockets.
See? Ah.
The Rockets, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said if you didn't get the first one, you weren't going to get this one.
Oh, man. Rockets. I don't know.
You know,
All right.
you know, he already
What
lost,
is he?
but I will ask you this, Ron. What was the anchor man? Ron Burgundy. He was from what was his big? He was big somewhere.
I don't know. I didn't like the movie, so.
No, you didn't watch it? Did you watch Anchorman?
No.
Kenny, you never saw Anchorman with Will Ferrell? You guys horrible. San Diego, baby.
San Diego Rockets.
San Diego
Yeah, San
Rockets.
Diego.
Oh, you know what?
But that's why I said Minneapolis. I knew it was going to be like a team that's no longer where they were.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I should get a half a point for that one.
Yeah.
He's updating as we're going, which is
I
kind of
know,
some
right?
BS going on
That's
right
right
now.
for
All
real, right? That's dirty.
Look at him.
That's
Look
dirty.
at him. He's so excited. We're going to give you a
Hey,
team,
Kenny, I may have predicted it earlier when I said it was 1-8.
Right? I'm gonna get this one. You got another one? I'm gonna get this
boy.
one.
Oh, I got one more.
You're not getting this one.
I'm getting it. I'm getting this.
You're
one.
not getting it.
This is an easy one.
You said that the last one, the first
Right?
one.
For real, right?
Who was the last player to win at least 3 consecutive scoring titles?
You want to go the obvious.
Yeah.
Last player to win at least 3 consecutive scoring titles. If you're at home, please chime in because somebody's got to get something.
I'm going
right.
Michael.
I don't
And it's
think
not.
that's-
It's
So
not.
he's going
though.
Michael.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
not. It's not.
It's not. But it's the only guy I could think of off the top. KD.
No.
We talked to Kevin Durant today. It's not Curry.
Nope. It's not Shaq.
I chose this because
How
we
about
talked
this?
about the points leaders.
No. Is it no?
No.
Not 3 in a row. Is it a current era or is it like
He's
Can you-
currently in the NBA, yes.
currently he's in the NBA? Let's go KD. I'm going KD.
I'm not going KD. I'm going.
It's not LeBron.
Well, you got to go with somebody.
No, it's not LeBron either.
LeBron has only won it one time.
Yeah. And he's currently in the NBA?
He's currently in the NBA, yes.
It's not Steph.
No, it's not Steph.
I'm telling you, go KD, bro.
It's not KD. It can't be KD. Scoring title?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
won the
dominated
scoring
for-
title 3 consecutive years or more.
I don't think
We got him, Giannis. It's not Jokic.
not Jokic, it's not Giannis. Let's see. Golden
You
State,
pick somebody.
Brooklyn, Suns. Yeah. Kevin Durant. It's not right. Kevin Durant, yeah.
It's not Kevin Durant.
Damn
it's
it.
not. See, it's
Harden,
not.
man. Harden.
James Harden. Oh, the bearded one. Son of a biscuit.
I thought for sure you guys were going to. Kenny, I don't know how you didn't get this one.
We forget how good he was as a scorer.
For real.
That's what it is, because it's just been
For
on so many-
real.
his crappy playoff records. You forget that he was.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Everything I do has to do with the teams that are
That's-
that we're talking about or something we're talking about.
Oh, two Rockets. It was with Houston when he did it.
Yeah. And we also talked point leaders. So that's what I went with. How about that one, huh? So there you go. That was it. Kenny is now 1-8. And Eric is 0-3. I thought for sure that you were going to get at least 2 of them.
Ron, all right, we got one for you. Let's get you on the board here before we end this thing. Which
All right.
player has won the most rebounding titles in NBA history?
Oh.
Wilt Chamberlain.
You dirty bastard.
Yes!
I'm thinking he's going to go Bill Russell.
I almost did, and then I thought,
And it's
wait a
Rodman?
minute. I thought
Yeah,
Wilt
Rodman is
Chamberlain
second.
had the
Rodman
most
is
times
second.
he led.
Rodman's second, believe it or not.
Second, yeah.
That way we get you on the board, buddy.
And
Ron's
on the
1-0.
board with the perfect score.
Kenny, you got to challenge him on these things, bro. Give him something next time. Gentlemen, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for popping in.
Why don't you head us out? Because this is supposed to be your chair.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, if you liked what you heard, check us out every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we do our regularly scheduled programming, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. A lot to talk about already in Major League Baseball. Get ready for that conversation.
Yeah.
As well as some football news. There's a lot going on in the NFL. So tune
Big
in
week.
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. We are on all of them. We are live, fan interactive. So, guys, you can join in and have conversations with us as well. Like, share, and follow all of our social media platforms. We greatly appreciate all the support. Continue to look for a sponsor. So get out there and get a sponsor for Sports Unfolded as well. Kenny, my basketball guy, thank you for all your rankings every single week. We appreciate it. Should be getting an NHL one this next day or two as well. And today, and then NFL tomorrow as well, our NFL rankings. So tune in for those on our social media platforms. And again, every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate everybody, and all we have asked for every single show is that we get peace on earth.
Have a good night, everybody.